This week we've been talking about routines, and a question I've been asked a lot, whether it's from clients or people I lead at the company I work at, is, well, when does my routine become a habit? This is a great question because there's a lot of studies out there that show several different things. 21 straight days, 6 weeks, a couple months. And the truth is, it's different for everyone. And so what I tell people and what I coach people on is this: a routine has become a habit when you stop making the decision to do it. That's the trick for me, is you wake up and then you just go to the gym. You didn't have to make the decision, you instinctively did it. Habit. You wake up, get on your knees and you pray. That's habit. Okay. You wake up and you say, I gotta pray this morning, and you make the decision to do it. Correct decision. All right. But it's not habit yet because you had to make that decision. I think that's the key because it's different for everyone else. That's one thing I like to try to tell people. So as you're building your routines, I want you to think about that. If you are building a routine and you wake up, you have to make the decision. And at first, it's hard. Okay, you have to be intentional about it. Over time, it goes from being, intentional to just being hard, and then it finally becomes automatic. When it becomes automatic, now you've built the habit. I want you to think about that. But more importantly is this: your habits, okay, your routines that you're building that have become habits, that shapes who you are. So if you have bad routines that you've been doing and they've become bad habits, that is in part why you're where you're at right now. Why maybe you have that roadblock, maybe why you're stuck, why you haven't achieved what you wanted to achieve. So here's my call to action for you today, is I want you to write down, just journal, left side of a piece of paper, write down some of your routines, some of your habits, some of the things that you do throughout the day, good, bad, indifferent. Okay, but also don't be afraid to put on there something like blank. And what I mean by that is, maybe you're heavy in the morning with stuff that you do, and your midday's a little light, and then before you go to bed is busy with routines and habits. All right, that middle section is important, so don't be afraid to leave something out of it. So you have your left side over here of what you're currently doing. On the right side, I want you to put the stuff that you want to do, and then I want you to start replacing the stuff over here that's holding you back with the good stuff over here. Okay, so for instance, if you wake up in the morning and you don't have a lot going on in the morning, maybe that's where you leave some blank times in there. I get up every morning at 4 a.m., but maybe you get up at 5, 6, or 7, and you don't do anything for the first 30, 45 minutes. You say, the first 45 minutes to an hour, I'm just drinking my coffee. Okay, but one thing you can do while you're drinking your coffee is you can read scripture at that time, which is a good thing to do. Or maybe while you're drinking that coffee, you're stretching, you're loosening up too at the same time. You can start replacing those time periods in what your current habits and routines are with the good ones over here. And I promise you, if you do this, you're going to start building better routines that become better habits. And whenever this side over here, your current, is filled with good routines and good habits, you're going to start seeing those roadblocks that are in front of you, that is keeping you from being what you want to be and achieving what you want to achieve. You'll see those roadblocks go away. I see it with my clients all the time. And it's just as simple as replacing some of these routines and habits we have over here with the stuff that's going to help them overachieve. I always say this to my clients: you are built for greatness. You're built for something more than you are right now. And you can do it. You just haven't unlocked it inside of you yet. And you haven't been taught the tools to do that. Sometimes it's habits. Sometimes it's routines. Sometimes it's looking in the mirror. There are things that, as a life coach, we can just help bring out of people that they can't see, because the truth is we all have blinders on when it comes to ourselves. So do that journal. All right, and I would love to hear in the comments what it is that you're replacing and what you're replacing it with, because transparency is a great thing. I love seeing this. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have a very controversial topic. People are going to both like and hate it. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.